This is a guitar version of the song Loving and Forgiving by Scot Soper. I'm going to play it first, and then I'll go through and kind of show you some things about the arrangement. So I just learned that a couple days ago for a funeral. So it's a lovely, lovely song and lays pretty nice on the guitar. In the key of D, in the hymnal it's done in F. I do it in D on the 2nd fret with a capo just because it gives me a little extra note. I'm a baritone. Sometimes I can't hit that D very easy so I can. It's in the range to sing it. Also, when I'm sliding up and down the neck, when you capo on the 2nd fret, some of your markers that you're used to seeing, like the 5th fret, you've got the dot here on the 5th fret or the mark here. And so if I'm going up to the 5th fret or the 7th fret, then I have those same marks on the 7th and the 9th fret. It just makes the guitar seem more familiar than trying to do it in the 3rd fret. I get lost. So anyway, the melody, it's that D chord up on the. I'm just going to talk in relationship to the capo. So if I'm actually on the 7th fret here, but I'm going to say 5th fret for everything if I'm talking. So on the 5th fret, this version of the D chord, and then also on the 5th fret, it's like an A chord, a barred A, but I'm only playing these 3 notes on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd. So first finger on the 5th fret of the 2nd, 2nd finger on the 6th of the 3rd, 3rd finger on the 7th of the 4th string, and then I bar my 1st finger over to get that on the 5th fret of the 1st string to get that high note. And then you go down to a G over B and D. So in the sheet music it has a bass run going down. The D, and then an A, but you can't get the melody. So I like it. I give up that one note in the bass run just for the tone that you can get. You get a lot more tone on there than you can here. So I don't worry about that bass note. I'm always lazy if I can get rid of it. Let's see. So we did the D, the G over B, D over A. It's not written in the sheet music I'm looking at, but you want to get the A. Then you go to the G, Hit that hammer on with your, to get your G with your second finger here on the bass, and then hammer on with the third finger. And then D over F sharp. I play that with, I've got a big enough hand I can grab that with my thumb. And then on the E minor, hammer, the melody note is the B, open B, third fret of the second string, the D, and then to the G. And then I bring my second finger over to get ready for a slide. And I slide from the, on the third string from the second fret to the fourth. And I put down this G over A. And then slide up on the third and fourth strings, the same chord position. And then back to the D. And then to go to the, in the bridge here, the first chord would be a G up here on the 7th fret. So you can do that. First time I just hit it directly. And then if I'm doing a second verse, I would slide. Slide, you got to dig in with your third finger here. You got to have some good calluses to do this. If you don't have calluses, you'll tear your fingers up and you won't get the tone. And then the G over A again. And slide. It's just bless the Lord. So, and then the key here is this third finger. Slide down on that into your F sharp. So lift up your first and second. Slide this down into your F sharp. And then you're barring an F sharp. So your melody line is the second string, second fret. And then the first string, 5th fret. And then back to the second string, 2nd fret. And then you have this G over A. No, A over G. I'm sorry, A over G. So you already have an A chord here on these 3 strings. So I keep the bar, bring my second finger down, and then lift up on that, and put my third finger down on the D note there, the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. So that's the start of the verse would be. And then the F sharp minor. And then the A over G. And then G. Then the E minor, you want to go way up here on the first finger on the 7th fret of the 1st string, second finger on the 8th fret of the 2nd string, third finger on the 9th fret of the 3rd string, and just play right up that arpeggio. Oh my B. And then on ing, you have to hit A chord, so you're hitting the open E bass, and then hit the A bass, the 5th string, and put this little finger down on the 10th fret of the 2nd string, keeping your 3rd finger where it was. And there's an A chord right there. It's this A chord here. So the E minor be, and then the B minor, you're ready to, you drop that, and there's your B minor on the 7th fret. The open, or the 1st string, and then bring your little finger down on the 10th fret of the 2nd string, and then your barred finger on the 7th fret for the melody. Bless the Lord. And then go to this E minor. Just, I don't even worry about trying to hear anything. I just want to get to this one note right here, the melody note. And I hit the open bass and these 3 strings. And then the C. And I don't worry about that G over B. I stay right on the C, and then I go right into. And then you're ready to go. And I do different riffs going up to the. You can start just right out like, the first note, loving and forgiving. And the melody's right there. You can make it a little interesting, going. start on your D chord, slide on your second finger, or you can even do a hammer on and then a slide, or a trill with your second finger, slide on third finger, second finger, right here on the D, and you put them all together, the hammer on, play the note open, hammer it on, pull it off, hit this finger, slide it up, and then play that one. So if you practice that, you can get that pretty smooth. Then G over A, G, hammer on, D over F sharp, the E minor, hammer on, grab that note to slide. That's probably my favorite ending. I overuse it all the time at church, but I love it so much. So you'd hit the open D, or the D chord, with a suspended second, and then slide on the third finger up to the 7th fret, and then hit that melody note of the 1st fret of the 5th string, or 5th fret of the 1st string, and then lift off on your 3rd finger and just hit the harmonic on the 7th fret of the 2nd and 3rd strings. Right there. Makes a nice ending, especially if you're timing that right when, you know, the liturgy, the action of the liturgy is stopped. It's a nice peaceful ending to it. Anyway, enjoy. Happy Thanksgiving. That's coming up tomorrow. God bless.